Today on Real Journey, we're gonna try to catch 50 bass out on this lake. Now, that sounds absurd. Why would you go out and try to catch 50 bass? You're gonna get skunked if you say that. Well, here's a little secret. I've already been out here and probably caught 20 bass already. And sure, the bite was good in the morning and it's slowing down, so it's gonna be really tough to catch 30 more, but that's what we're gonna try to do. But first, let me show you the first 20 bass or so that we've caught so far, and then we'll try to keep catching them.
Perfect.
Got one. Oh, it's a big one. Oh, it's big. Oh, broke my line. Dude, that was a trophy bass. All right, so that's how many bass we've caught so far. You know on the screen, I haven't been keeping track, so I'm just gonna catch as many bass as I can today, and at the end of the day, we're gonna see where the chips lay. We're gonna see where the cards lay. We're gonna see if I reach 50 bass, and I'm not sure, even if I do hit 50, I'm not gonna know. You're gonna know, but I'm not gonna know. So let's see if I can catch 50 bass today. They are biting, it's a full moon, so here's why they're biting so good. One, this is a good lake. There's tons of bass in this lake. Two, they're in spawn. You know, they're in the spawn, they're munching. They're not really on beds, but they're still munching. And if they are on beds, I just don't see the beds. And but they could come up on beds today for sure, which means we could catch some big ones in this video as well. We've lost a giant one already today, and we've caught some decent ones, but I caught my PB out here. I'll show that now. I've put this clip of my PB in probably like 5 videos, and you know what? I don't mind. So here's a quick clip of my PB. Oh God, look at that fish. Look at that bass. Oh my God. All right, so that's a monster bass. We caught that out here, and there are big ones like that, maybe even bigger than that out here. So we're gonna try and catch one of those, but we're also gonna try to catch a lot of bass. To be honest, if I fail the 50 fish challenge and I catch a freaking monster, I'm okay with that. You know? But yeah, this is exciting stuff. It's spawn. We have a full moon. It's the day of a full moon. The bass were biting good yesterday, so I came out here today hoping that I catch a giant, hoping I catch a lot of fish. So far we've caught a lot of fish. We also want to catch a giant, but let's get back to fishing. Let's try and catch some bass and try to catch 50 of them. That's a tall task, but we're up for it here on Real Journey. And if you're not subscribed, smash that subscribe button, join the Real Journey team, and yeah, you'll see videos like this and all kinds of videos. You'll be able to follow my journey on Real Journey, my fishing journey. You get it. Real Journey, R-E-E-L. You get it. You get it. All right, let's get back to fishing. Oh, it's a little windy. We don't mind. The wind helps the fish bite our lures. I didn't know what to say there. That's why I kind of paused. All right, let's get to fishing.
Perfect.
Got one. Another one. There's another one. I don't know how many fish we're at right now, 20, 30, 35. But even if we're at 35, it's gonna be tough to get 15 before the GoPro dies, especially since the bite has slowed down quite a bit. If we can get a few more fish, I mean, if we run up on a good spot, you know, we might catch 5 real quick, and all of a sudden we're doing pretty good. And we run up on another good spot, we could catch another 5 real quick, you know. So I think that's what we're hoping for right now. I'm gonna throw around this dock real quick, and then there's another area I wanna mess with. That's a fish. I thought we could catch one near that dock. All right. I'm gonna see if there's any more in this spot right here. Got one. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Back-to-back casts. I just said if we can find a spot or two where we can catch like 5 real quick, then we'll be all right. All I'm gonna do is catch as many fish as I can until my batteries die. That is my strategy, because I don't know how many I have. I would be shocked if I'm not past 30 by now, though. I really hope I am, because if I'm not past 30 by now, this is gonna be tough. That's a fish.
Perfect.
Not bad. Got him. That's 3 casts in a row, though. We needed him. We need the numbers. This was 2 casts after that last cast. So in the last 4 casts, I've caught 3 bass. Another one. Got one. So my GoPro battery died, but we did catch another one. Get him tossed back. Got some water on the lens. Got him. Got him. Oh, got one. These bass aren't that big. There's some big ones, but these ones aren't that big, but they still fight so good that, you know, it still feels good when you catch them. That's one. Got one. Oh, that's a pretty good one. Not a bad one right there. And another one. Got one. Got another one. Got him. Another one. So I finally caught that last one. It feels like the last like 10, 15 fish I've set the hook on, I've lost them. I don't know, I might just be getting tired. I've set the hook on so many fish that my hook set's not that good anymore. I'm getting tired. I think that's what's happening. Either that or they're just not biting that good right now. They're not holding on to it. We're gonna keep going because I don't know if I have that 50 number yet or not. Yeah, I caught a 6-pounder yesterday on a bed in a pond. Yeah. There's one.
Perfect.
Another one. Caught another one. Caught another one. Another one. Got another one. Got another one. another one. All right, so as you can see, we did catch more than 50 bass. We completed the 50 bass challenge. Some of you out there will know, like this was a pretty crazy accomplishment. Some of you will know. Some of you go, oh, I caught 50 bass. This was a pretty crazy accomplishment, especially when you take into consideration that we were in a kayak. For one, you can catch less bass in a kayak than, say, a bass boat, because it takes you a long time to travel from point A to point B and really get on those fish. So you take that into consideration, it makes it harder to catch more fish. Okay, so we fished in the kayak. Two, they weren't chasing moving baits. They weren't chasing a lipless. You know, I've caught a dozen bass on a lipless crankbait before, you know, in 30 minutes. Because, you know, every cast you're reeling it in, there's a fish. Boom, cast. There's a fish. You know, and you can catch them really quickly. We were dragging a worm slowly and caught over 50 bass. That's nuts. And then on top of that, I was like getting weak. You know, like I didn't bring enough food with me or something. Because I lost about 10 or 15 bass towards the end there. I just wasn't getting those good hook sets in them. You know, I got a 7'11" extra heavy, extra fast rod that I don't have to do a huge hook set and I'll get those fish. And I wasn't getting them. So I was feeling kind of weak there towards the end. I wasn't getting those good hook sets in, so I lost 10 or 15 bass. Heck, if I lost 15 bass, that would have put us at 70 something bass right there. So you think about that, and you're like, geez, that's a lot of bass. And then on top of that, my trolling motor battery was dying. So the last couple hours there, like I caught most of my bass on one stretch of one part of the lake, okay? And then I said, I've wore this place out. I got to run to the other end of the lake. So I ran to the other end of the lake, and as soon as I started going, that trolling motor slowed down a lot, and I'm like, ooh, that battery's pretty much dead. And I said, well, I got to go over there. I got to catch more bass. I don't know where I'm at. And at that point, I think I was at around 50 bass, or I was at like 48 or 49. So I made the right decision to go over there. But once I got over there, it took me 40 minutes to get over there. So, you know, that took a chunk of my time out. And then when I got there, I only caught a couple bass there. And I was like, let me go back to this other spot. So then it took me like 30 minutes to get back to this other spot. I was fishing there, caught a few more, and that was the end of the video. So the last hour and a half was me just going slow with that trolling motor. So if I had a better battery with me, I could have caught more bass in that time period without a doubt. So if I had a better trolling motor, if I wasn't in a kayak, if, you know, they were biting something other than the worm, like we could have caught a ton of bass. Like I have no doubt. Honestly, I think I could have caught 100 bass that day, because when we left the water, I left because my GoPro batteries died. That's the other thing. My GoPro batteries died, and it was like, well, that was it. I was trying to, those last couple catches you see, I just show the bass. That's because I turned the GoPro on as soon as I catch the bass, toss it in the water, and I turn my GoPro back off. Second I catch another bass, and I show it, I had the GoPro back on again, and then I turned it off because my GoPro batteries were dead. So those last few bass I caught with like almost no battery life left on my last GoPro battery. So I was just trying to catch, I was trying to finish the video with a giant, because I felt like I was over 50 bass. I was like, if I just finish this video with a giant bass, how awesome would that be? So that's what I was trying to do there, and then the GoPro battery died, and that was it. I was like, all right, well, that's it. So then that's why I'm closing the video out here in the studios, because I didn't have any GoPro battery left to close out the video there. And I left the water, I want to say around 3 o'clock. So, I mean, I had about 4 more hours of fishing, like of light left to keep fishing. So like I honestly think if I had a better battery with my trolling motor, if I just had a better battery with my trolling motor and had a better GoPro battery situation, I think I would have caught 100 bass that day. 100 bass in a kayak. I honestly think I would have. And that's kind of funny because I have a Johnny Boats Bass 100. That's the name of my kayak. And how cool would that have been if I caught 100 bass in a Bass 100? So I feel like I could have done it that day. I was really in the zone. Like I knew what those fish were doing. I knew what they were biting. And I actually filmed 4 videos that day. So if you've been watching the videos as I've been uploading them on this channel, if you're subscribed, and if you're not, you might want to smash that subscribe button, make the red button turn gray, and join the Real Journey team so that you can see all the videos as they upload. As long as you have that notification bell hit, you can see the videos as they upload. And of course, if you like this video, hit the like button. That helps out these videos a lot for me. So if you could do that, that'd be awesome. But I just want to say, like, if you've been watching the videos, you know I did a lose first impression of the Classic Pro Speed Spool. That was that morning of this day. And then I did Zoom Speedworm Challenge because they were biting the Zoom Speedworm. And I was like, man, I haven't been out here long and I've already filmed a video. I guess I better start another video. I was like, well, I have a bunch of Zoom Speedworms with me. Let me film that. So then I filmed that video. I caught like 20 bass for that video. I was like, oh my goodness. Both those videos were over 20 minutes long. And it was still early. The sun was still coming up. And I was like, man, I got to film another video. So I started looking through my stuff. And actually, I started the 50 bass video. I was like, oh, I'm going to do a 50 bass challenge video. And then I found my bag of West Marine baits. And I was like, oh, I never filmed this video. So then I went back to filming that video. So I filmed a West Marine challenge video. And then I was like, all right, now let me film the 50 bass challenge video. I don't know how many bass I have at this point in the video, but let me film the 50 bass challenge video. And so that was all that took place that day. I filmed 4 videos that day. And I think that West Marine video was like 15 minutes long. The other videos were 20-something minutes long. And then this video, I'm not sure how long this video is. But we filmed 4 pretty long videos out there that day. And honestly, I could have filmed like 10. If I didn't film a 50 bass video, I could have filmed a bunch of other videos. It was just a crazy day of fishing. I was really on the bass. It's a great place to fish. All that stuff, it's all included. You know what I'm saying. And I think some of you all have fished long enough that you know like how crazy this was. And I almost broke my PB. I caught the most bass I ever caught in a day, and I almost broke my PB. That giant bass that got off, that wasn't even an 8-pounder. Like, I watched the footage and I was like, I knew it was. You don't want to say, oh, it's a 10-pounder on camera because it's cliche, you know. It's like, oh yeah, everyone says that. Dude, that was a 10+ pounder, and they're out there. They're in that lake. They are in that lake. That's where I caught my 9-pounder, my 8.77. I've hooked into some giants out there. I've seen people lose giant bass out there. I've seen people actually that have caught giant bass out there too. This was a 10+. I lost it. That was on me. But hey, another day, another journey. I hope you all enjoyed this video. We're out. Peace.